So I was just handed this opportunity to go watch a new epic from the guy who gave us Gladiator. Gladiator is one of my all-time favorite movies. So when I got that opportunity, I was like, sign me the f*** up. Guys, my name is Zack. I love talking all things cinema and entertainment, and I really do appreciate you guys clicking on the video today. I really hope you enjoy your stay, because this time around, our topic is The Last Duel. This one, of course, was directed by the one and only Ridley Scott, and it stars the likes of Matt Damon, Adam Driver, Jodie Comer, and Ben Affleck. And the movie is a three-sided tale about some shocking events involving our three leads. First is Jean de Carouge, played by Matt Damon, who is a respected knight known for his bravery and skill on the battlefield. Second is Jacques Legree, played by Adam Driver, who's a squire, and his intelligence and eloquence make him one of the most admired nobles in court. Finally is Carouge's wife Marguerite, played by Jodie Comer, who is viciously adulterated by a lustful Legree, and she subsequently steps forward to accuse her attacker, an act of bravery and defiance that puts her life in jeopardy. And the ensuing trial by combat, a grueling duel to the death mind you, places the fate of all three in God's hands. So for starters, guys, how crazy is it that we can still go to a theater for a brand new Ridley Scott film? I mean, this is the guy who gave us Alien. Like, what even? And I'll just say that The Last Duel really does make me believe that Ridley Scott is for sure back. This is, in my mind, his best film since The Martian. The Last Duel may be the most unique epic you will sit through all year long, maybe even the most unique epic you'll sit through all the 2020s, which I realize it's a little bit soon to assume that, but I'm just saying, guys, this film was really different from anything else I've seen all year long, because as I've mentioned, this is a story that's told from three different perspectives. First, you have Matt Damon's character's viewpoint. Next, you get Adam Driver's characters, and as those two parts of the story go on, there are scenes that will repeat themselves, but you'll notice that these scenes are actually all presented in slightly different ways. And that's something I've really admired about this storytelling, because The Last Duel is a movie that will keep you guessing, and the audience in turn really wants to know what actually happened, so that when finally the truth is revealed by the incredible Jodie Comer, it's all the more satisfying. Not to mention haunting once we finally do get some clarity. Now, I've also got to talk about Jodie Comer because she might honestly be one of my favorite actresses working right now. And this is just coming fresh off of her performance in Free Guy. That's where she stole the show from Ryan Reynolds of all people. When you can steal the show from that guy, that's a true testament to how much of a superstar you can be. And I really do think that this was, for all intents and purposes, her film. We are constantly rooting for her to get her justice for the wrongs committed against her. And we are sitting there not only sympathizing with her, but we are seething at the circumstances she's presented with. And nobody seems to buy into her truth. It can be aggravating to sit through, but Jodie Comer makes us believe in this character to pull through these horrific circumstances. And this is some work that should be recognized, with at the very least an Oscar nomination. I mean, Jodie Comer was freaking fantastic, guys. As was Matt Damon, who is one of my personal favorite actors. And he gets a lot of really interesting character range to sink his teeth into this time. And that partially may be because he co-wrote this screenplay with his best buddy along with Nicole Holofcener tried. But fun fact, she was actually a student of the great Martin Scorsese. The more you know. But Damon is presented in his side of the story as the noble hero standing up for his wife's honor as he sees it, as he's the one who's providing for her. But deep down, he's also doing this duel for hypocritical personal reasons for his own glory. And I dare not spoil any deeper than that for the purposes of this review, because I really want you guys to go and check this movie out. But likewise with Comer, I would not be surprised to see Damon's name on the list of nominees for Best Actor at the Oscars. Same thing with Adam Driver, who I loved as a performer, but I absolutely loathed as a character. Like, I wanted this guy to get his comeuppance so badly, but then he tries to justify it all through his viewpoint. It's such an intriguing performance from a guy who's continuing time and time again to be a master at what he does. Because, I mean, saving the Star Wars trilogy from just a pure train wreck is truly the touch of a master. And all three of these great actors at the forefront of this movie are all Oscar worthy. And I haven't even discussed Ben Affleck yet. Yeah, he admittedly does look kind of silly in this movie. What with his blonde hair and his blonde soul patch? That's the touch of a complete... God, I don't know if I want to say it right now. But it's true. Once you see what this guy actually does, he's quite the arrogant ass. He thinks he's got more power than he actually does. And Ben Affleck just really rubs you the wrong way so much in this film. His character is such a bag, man. And Affleck really does not get enough credit as an artist and as an actor. He was really, really great in this film. Every single actor across the board is at the top of their game, as is director Ridley Scott, which brings me into my next point I want to discuss with you. It's a Ridley Scott film, so you don't exactly need my evidence to tell you how amazingly directed this movie is. The cinematography, the shot composition, you know it's all on point because Ridley Scott is already a proven legend of the industry. What I will especially praise about The Last Duel, though, is the atmosphere. As you might be well aware from my Game of Thrones series of reviews, which I have not forgotten about, I will finish those. But I absolutely love this time period. The medieval times, the castles, the knights, the jousting, that's all great. And in my eyes, this is a shoo-in for best production design at the Oscars. And right from the very beginning, The Last Duel feels like a gigantic occasion. Firstly, because the scope of this movie is vast from the onset. It is a humongous looking movie, especially with the battle scenes. Very reminiscent of Gladiator in that these knights are brutalizing one another on the battlefield. There's some gnarly kills in this one, but unfortunately, this is where I can start to nitpick The Last Duel. I really wish that the action scenes did not use as much shaky cam as they did. I think this movie could have really benefited a lot more, especially from some longer takes on the battlefield, because as I've mentioned, the cinematography in general is outstanding. I think if that one little thing was touched up on a little bit more and you got some wider shots in there, would have made it all the better. But I believe the thing I respect the most about The Last Duel, especially thinking about this movie over these past couple of hours, it's the gigantic stakes of the occasion, because this is a traumatic, frightening situation. The scene with Adam Driver and Jodie Comer almost feels like a horror movie. It is terrifying, and I dare not spoil the results of the trial by combat between Damon and Driver towards the end of this film. The Last Duel is based off of true events, but just in case, I won't spoil it for you. But here's the thing. Based off of everything that happened before The Last Duel, that fight felt warranted. It certainly got the proper build-up. This is a personal rivalry between best friends turned bitter enemies. A tale as old as time. The duel itself was quite euphoric to behold. If nothing else reminds you of Gladiator in this film, this definitely will. And I'm saying this as a huge fan of Gladiator, also directed by Ridley Scott. This is something that a lot of people I can see criticizing about The Last Duel in that the two are too similar. But I'm telling you guys, this movie goes a lot deeper than just bloody combat everywhere. And I truly believe that there will be lots of moments where you, the viewer, will be sitting there in your chair just absolutely stunned at what you were looking at. I think The Last Duel may be one of the most unique films you will see all year long. It was quite staggering. Ridley Scott's done it again, guys. I'm gonna give The Last Duel an A. For a story set during the Crusades, this movie still holds lots of weight in God's year 2021. And I think everybody watching this video should go make an effort to watch this. Now, I should warn you that this movie may not be the most rewatchable, but one thing's for damn sure, and I've alluded to it already throughout this review, but I think it's certainly going to be a contender for many awards over this next Oscar season, especially as it goes with Jodie Comer, who continues to prove herself as perhaps Hollywood's fastest rising star right now. And of course, this is all just my opinion. What do you guys think of The Last Duel? Have you seen it yet? Do you agree with me? Feel free to make some noise down in the comment section below. Leave all of your thoughts about The Last Duel, hot takes only. And also feel free to let me know what your favorite epic film of all time is. Is it Ridley Scott's Gladiator? Is it something else like Braveheart, for example? As you guys know, I love discussing cinema and all things entertainment, and if you guys want to continue discussing all these fun topics along with me, then do consider hitting that big subscribe button down below as hard as you possibly can. This channel is on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'm really hoping that we can reach that by the end of the year. Not only is subscribing beneficial to you guys, it's beneficial to me, it's really beneficial to all of us. It's also totally free to you guys. As is hitting that thumbs up button on your way out. This also really helps get this content out there. And speaking of content, stay tuned for more exciting videos hitting this channel very soon. I just reviewed Halloween Kills, which also hit theaters this past weekend. And of course, keep your eyes peeled for all of my videos in the Halloween playlist. I will keep chugging along to the big spooky day itself. You guys are the best. So with all that being said, back talk, commence.